Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Ghosted, and today we're going to be looking at the preseason 2022 overview, what's going to be coming in the next season, what they have planned for us, and let's go ahead and take a look through this a little bit. I've already skimmed over it a little bit. I didn't look too much into what's happening or what's being changed, but I really like this part. They're just, I guess, reworking. They're going to try to, well, not reworking, but they're going to try to, like, revamp and just, I guess, fix out the little kinks and stuff that are in the current system, so and here are their high level goals this preseason: improve and build upon existing game systems and reward progression in a more meaningful way. When I hear that, I feel like they're just trying to do, because I've seen stuff on sort of at 20 where they're trying to incorporate a new leaderboard system and stuff like that, and you already see it on the client. I think they're just trying to make people like have a reason to keep playing the game and keep playing ranked and climbing, because that's probably like the whole reason of the whole progression system at a whole. Because if no one really feels of like a need to compete and try to, like, beat their friend or whatever, then no one's gonna play ranked. No one's gonna really play the game in general. But let's go ahead and keep reading overall. The existing systems, dragons. Our original goal was to increase game-to-game variance by creating a variant of distinct and memorable environments for players to master. Rise of the elements brought some map terrain transformation, new powerful dragon souls, and a game-ending elder dragon buff. These changes largely succeeded in making each game feel more unique than the last. With that said, we think there's room for us to expand the possible unique environments players find themselves in on Summoner's Rift. I mean, if they add like another dragon or two more different dragons, that'd be kind of cool, but that'd probably be a little bit confusing too, because there'd be so many. We have a couple of goals in mind while we examine potential new additions to the dragon space, creating new terrain features that contribute to unique matches and alter how the game plays out after the map transforms, expanding the thematic possibilities of what empower the dragon and how that empowers the champions on the Rift. Okay, and here's a screenshot of just Infernal Dragon. I mean, I guess for Infernal Dragon they'll probably add like little fiery spots that cause damage if you stand in them or something, or I don't know. They could add something to the map like that. Next up, they have the items, the mythics, and all that. Let's see. The Mythic Forge update brought a lot of change to itemization. We originally set out to ensure that all champions are able to make different strategic decisions through item choice in every game. While we continue to think this is the right goal, we've heard your feedback that having to make a strategic decision about every item in your inventory isn't always desired or possible, especially in high tension games. I mean, this is somewhat true, I guess. I just feel like there are some items that really some items, like the main items, are shit. Well, obviously they already talked about they're gonna improve upon those. Improve legendary options. They should improve mythic options instead. But let's go ahead. We still want you to make a meaningful choice at your mythic level for every champion, but we don't want legendary items to be held to the same standard. Some legendary items should be perfect for a few champions instead of being okay for a lot of them. A lot of the AP items. There are currently a few gaps that we've noticed with this goal in mind, so we're exploring the following spaces. Because, I mean, they're making more mythic options for support champions. More mythic options. I feel like, okay, maybe. I feel like more for, like, AP champions. Because AD champions are fine. Like, they can go so many different items. They got, like, Eclipse. And now that I'm sitting here thinking, I can't think of the items. But they just have, I feel like AD champions have a way more wider pool of mythic options than AP champions do. Like, AP champions, they have Leandries, Rockabelt, and well, if I'm playing Fizz, the only two mythics that are like really good are probably Rockabelt and Ludens. You can go Leandries, but that's situational. Night Harvester, if anyone's still running Night Harvester, I mean, go ahead. It's not the best because the mythic passive on it, the one that you get after every legendary, isn't the best in my opinion, but you can still go it. But yeah, and just some of the legendary options, like Lichbane's good on Fizz, Zonius is good too, and Rabadon is obviously clear by. I still like Lichbane. You know, a lot of people don't like it. I prefer that item on Fizz. But overall, there aren't a lot more items that you want to build situationally. Like, Morello is good too. I'm just trying to think of items like Cosmic Overdrive. Okay, let's think about LeBlanc though. LeBlanc, she doesn't really have an item that works with her. She has to go Ludens. That's the only item she can really go that works. She can't go Rocket Belt. Nothing else. And I mean, what do you really want on LeBlanc when you're playing her? Just straight burst. And there's nothing really that complements that except building just straight raw AP to keep it going, in my opinion. But let's keep going. So they're going to be changing and adding more legendary options for mages, assassins, and tanks. Do tanks really need more legendary options? Let's be honest. Do tanks need more legendary options? I mean, when I'm playing a tank, you're going to go Death's Dance, Sterix for sure. One of those two. If you already don't have Divine Sunder or Trinity Force, then, I mean, tanks, they probably add 1 or 2 items. They really need to work on mages, though. Mages, Vel'Koz, Ziggs, Zyra. Well, I mean, Zyra's not really a mage, but, you know, it's Vel'Koz, Zera, this champions like that. They need more help with their legendary choices. Runes, we've continued to monitor both the use rates and power levels of runes across the system, and we think there are some good and targeted. We think there are some good targeted changes we can make to the system. Most obviously, we feel the inspiration tree's identity has been fairly unclear, and it is fairly unclear. They have 2 runes. They have Glacial Augment and the damn. I was thinking of the other one. Fuck, what's the name of it? See, I can't even think of it. All I can think of is Glacial Augment. I only think of Glacial Augment, and that's it. Other than that, I mean, you don't really use the inspiration tree. The inspiration tree is like kind of like a cheat sheet, like how they have sleepers or not sleepers market, futures market. You can go futures market, but it's kind of like, and you got boots and the stopwatch. Those are the ones I can think of. Those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. Honestly, it's pretty unclear, because they added that one rune where just a combination of all the runes together, which is kind of, in my opinion, it looks lazy because it's just like, we didn't know what to put here, so we're just gonna combine all of them in one, just to have fun. Like, that's the rune that you go if you're playing a normal game. You don't really care. During the preseason, you can expect the changes with the runes. They're gonna rework the inspiration keystones. Thank you. I think Glacial Augment's the only one that's fine. I kind of like that rune. I don't really use it too much, but I think it's a very interesting and unique rune in my opinion. Secondary rune balance adjustments. Okay. Next up we have is the objective bounties. Champion bounties act as a way to even out the game by getting extra gold from killing enemy champions that have gained a lead. I mean, you could just farm and get a lead, and that's kind of, I don't think they should do that. They've been around for a while and have been successful, so we don't plan on making a change to them, but we think we can give an additional way to get back into a game when the going gets tough, namely in the form of objective bounties. The goal of these are to give losing teams more strategic options to get back in the game through taking objectives. So like getting a Rift Herald will give the team 200 extra gold or something, I believe. We know there could be some concern about objective bounties, the main one being game length. Generally speaking, we think game length is in a good spot right now and don't want to impact it. We also don't want to invalidate the big advantages caused by skill gap. If you're just that good and dominating your lane opponent, a snowball in the game, that advantage shouldn't just disappear altogether. So we'll keep an eye on these changes and listen to your feedback to make sure we keep objective bounties balanced. They will listen to us to make sure it's not broken and keep it balanced. That key word of balance. New and updated system challenges. One of the systems we're implementing is challenges. Through the challenges system, a player will be rewarded for all the challenging, unique and fun goals they achieve throughout their games. We've designed the system to assess a broad spectrum of league feats, so no matter what your playstyle is, there's something uniquely you to shoot for. Not much of a lane player, or you amazing at CSing, but okay. Players can track I mean, this is all just to keep people into the game, make people want to compete still. If you don't compete, then who's playing the game really? Let's really talk about it. If there's nothing to really grind for, then what does it matter, Like, I don't really care too much about all this. Like, I feel like the whole Eternal system, I didn't really care about either, but they edited it anyways, and I guess it's cool to look at. But then you can just tell who's the real sweaty and who's not by just their Eternal. So let's go ahead and skip this. We already pretty much know progression of identity updates earlier this year aimed at adding more customization options for players. If it wasn't clear already, fundamental work for challenges. Wow, this includes. It also includes an overall score of all different challenges you completed. I mean, do anybody really care about these though? I mean, they look nice, but I'd rather just stick with rank and just try to progress through that instead of progressing through challenges. Because what do challenges really tell you at the end of the day? But okay, anything else? Use update to examine the visuals. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, the aim of the challenges system is to provide broad goals and visual representation across everything from league for you to complete and compete against each other over. This includes integrating Systems like Champion Master, Eternals, ranked levels, events, and collection to one umbrella, so everyone has something to shoot for. The system, though, may feel similar to Eternals. It's designed to highlight and work with other systems, with this broader focus and unique space carved out for champion-specific skill, like Champion Mastery and Eternal will be more important. A little league experience, so you'll be blah, blah, blah. Okay. Right now we're tracking things. Okay, so pretty much this season's going to be working out the kinks of all the systems and stuff, making sure the progression, or give people more of a reason to climb and, I guess, play the game more, because that's all these challenges and progression stuff is for. I mean, if you still want to climb and get these, and you could do that too, but I don't know. I wouldn't really. Maybe it's because I've just been playing the game for a long time. I wouldn't really go ahead and try to grind for these challenges, in my opinion. All random on flawless, earn 120 S grades, or I mean, do you get like chests? I mean, if you don't get some sort of reward for these besides just showing off, then what's the point? In my opinion, I guess. But yeah, what do you guys think about this stuff? I'm more excited to look for the item changes and the dragon changes. I'm not really, you know, gonna care too much about the challenges. If you are, let me know why, because I want to hear your reasoning for it. But overall, I'm not really. This new season is pretty much just gonna be working stuff out and making it more balanced and stuff. So that's all the preseason 2022 is for. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think and what you're excited for, and I will talk to you guys next time.